Jimin's secret visit to Jungkook, the army and staff are unable to resist Haru, Seoul, South Korea. That night the air in the Hanamdong area was cold, but the atmosphere was unusual. Some big-hit staff were seen going in and out of the building with serious faces, while the lights on one of the floors remained on even after midnight. From the outside, no one knew for sure what was happening until the news that blew in insider circles shocked everyone. Park Jimin, one of the members of BTS who is abroad, reportedly came home suddenly just to visit Jungkook. The news is not just idle gossip. A reliable source from among the internal staff said that Jimin's return this time was not recorded in the official agenda of HYB. There was no media welcome, no press release. Even the manager was seen keeping full confidentiality. Some fans who happened to be at Incheon Airport claimed to see the figure of a man in a black hoodie and mask, whose quick steps led to a specially staffed exit. There are no clear photos, but her silhouette is enough to make ARMY on social media splashy. This situation is even more interesting because previously, Jungkook had not been seen in public for several days. Fans thought he was taking a break from his busy schedule. However, rumors circulating that Jimin was heading to Jungkook's place made the atmosphere tense and full of hope. To understand why this news is so big, we need to look back at the history of the two BTS members' relationship. Since their debut in 2013, Jimin and Jungkook have become one of the best friends, or in fandom terms, the unit most highlighted couples. Jimin joined BTS as the last member before his debut, while Jungkook joined at the age of 15. Initially, Jungkook was known as shy and difficult to express his feelings, while Jimin was warm and caring. This difference makes the two quickly complement each other. Many stories from the trainee period show how Jimin often became a big brother who protected Jungkook, even though their ages were not far apart. Jungkook once confessed in an interview that he wouldn't be at home in Seoul without Jimin's support in the early years. Over time, the two became a duo known for being compact on stage, but also often showing moments of familiarity behind the scenes. ARMY gave the nickname Jungkook to describe their closeness. It's a topic of discussion on social media whenever there's even a small interaction point. One of the memorable moments was when Jungkook suffered an injury before a big concert, and Jimin was seen accompanying her late at night in the rehearsal room. On the contrary, when Jimin was going through a difficult time related to his mental health, Jungkook is one of those people who is always there to listen. This closeness makes every interaction between them always in the spotlight. So, it's no wonder that the news of Jimin's sudden visit to Jungkook immediately sparked incredible curiosity. This news began to smell at 22:47 Korea Standard Time. Some fans who were in the vicinity of the HYB building claimed to have seen a black van stop at the back door, which is usually used to escort artists when they don't want to be seen by the media. From behind the dark glass, a figure dressed in a gray hoodie with a white mask is visible, and although his face is covered, his body language is all too familiar to those who have been following BTS. Park Jimin for years. A security staff directly escorted Jimin into a private elevator. An insider source said there are no formalities. All done quickly and quietly. Even some of HYB's staff didn't know he was coming that night. Jimin's first goal was not a management headquarters, but a private practice floor. But the main studio door is locked, not for the usual security reasons, but because in it there is Jungkook who is training alone. One source said the studio was usually unlocked when artists rehearsed, but that night, Jungkook asked not to be disturbed. When the door was opened, the atmosphere in the room was calm but full of emotions. According to the story of a sound engineer who happened to pass by, Jimin immediately walked quickly to Jungkook. No long words, just a tight hug that lasted almost a full minute. It's not usual that they are so in the training room, especially when there are other people. So we know there is something very important, said the source. Jimin and Jungkook sat on the floor, leaning against the studio mirror. They spoke in a quiet voice, almost in a whisper. No one could hear the content of the conversation, but from the gestures of the body, it was clear that the topic was serious. Jungkook looked down several times, while Jimin gently patted his shoulder. Jungkook's laptop played instrumental music that the public had never heard before. Many suspected it was a demo of a new song. As the music plays, the expression of both changes lighter, like a weight slightly lifted. Jimin even smiled a little and nodded, as if agreeing with something Jungkook had said. Less than an hour after arrival, Jimin came out again through the back door. There was no long greeting, just a brief touch on Jungkook's arm before he got into the van. The vehicle drove quickly towards Hanam the Hill's apartment, where several BTS members lived. Jungkook did not follow her out, but remained in the studio until after midnight. Jimin's secret visit to Jungkook immediately sparked a wave of speculation among the army and even made some of HYB's staff wary. Although the company has not yet released an official statement, pieces of information leaked from eyewitnesses and insiders were enough to make the world's fanbase go wild, just 30 minutes after the news of the mysterious van circulated. Hashtags such as hashtag Jimin to Jungkook and hashtag Jungkook reunion began trending on X, Twitter. Fans shared an analysis of blurry photos from HP cameras with captions, "Look at that posture and that gray hoodie, it's 100% Jimin." HYB's black van is only used by top-class artists. This must be Jimin. Why did he come at night? Is there a problem? Some army admitted to crying Haru, especially after hearing the news of a long hug in the studio. Comments that went viral. It's not just about music. They have always been each other's support system. The hug looked like someone saying, "I'm here for you." One of the security staff interviewed off the record said, "We rarely see such interactions. Usually they meet in the management room or during group rehearsals. But this feels more personal." The sound engineer who heard the music demo also gave interesting hints. The music is different from their previous solo styles. There is a mixed feel of pop R&B with a touch of ballad. Looks like they're both directly involved. This sparked speculation that this visit may be related to a secret project, not just a private visit. Fans divide their theories into 3 broad categories. A. Joint musical projects. Many believe Jimin came to hear and give input on Jungkook's new song, or even work on a secret duet. Reasons. The demo music the staff heard sounded like a vocal collaboration. Night practice time is the usual schedule for BTS members for personal projects that have not been announced. B. Emotional support. This theory is supported by long hug gestures and intense conversations. Fans suspect Jungkook is experiencing mental or professional stress, and Jimin deliberately came to support him. Reasons. Jimin is known as a member who is sensitive to the mood of other members. Jungkook has recently been seen more reserved in some live streams. C. BTS comeback preparation. The third scenario is that they are preparing for BTS's comeback after a vacuum period. Jimin's visit could have been part of a concept discussion or early recording. Reasons. HYB usually keeps BTS's activities secret until all is ready to be announced. The studio used is a premium studio that is often used for group projects. Jimin's small smile after hearing the music demo hinted at pride or approval. Korean entertainment news portals such as Dispatch and Sports Chosen began contacting HYB for confirmation, but have yet to receive an official answer. On the other hand, international media such as Billboard Korea and Rolling Stone Japan have started to monitor this issue. Signals the potential for big news in the future. Jimin's secret visit to Jungkook proves once again that the fraternal relationship in BTS goes far beyond the boundaries of stage and camera. Be it for music projects, emotional support, or big preparations in the future, this moment has warmed the hearts of ARMY around the world. Amid hectic schedules, public spotlight, and industry pressure, Jimin and Jungkook still show that they care for and understand each other. And for fans, the mere presence of the two of them in one room is enough to be a sign that BTS's story is still continuing. Friendship is the foundation of it.